Hi everyone, my name is Amy and today I'm going to be discussing a really useful tool that I've created which can be used in order to develop partnerships between parents and educators within the school environment. So for the tool that I've created, I've made a take-home reading and literacy kit where pre-primary students will engage with one specific text and from then complete a range of literacy-based activities in order to further develop their reading and literacy skills. So as well as developing their reading and literacy skills, the overall aim of this kit is to develop partnerships between parents and educators in the learning environment. So home literacy in particular is crucial in developing strong interactions between the child and their parent, as well as the educator at school. So the purpose of this take-home kit is to provide a really hands-on, engaging tool so that parents can share in the joy of reading using a really fun as well as an interactive approach. Although students develop their reading and literacy skills largely in the school environment, as we all know, I really do believe that reading at home is a really important aspect of not only forming relationships between parents and educators, but also involving the students in that relationship. So the tasks and activities which are presented in the kit are really closely linked to both the EYLF principles and outcomes, as well as relevant SCASA links for the pre-primary curriculum, and will become an extension of classroom learning. So the overall idea of this take-home reading kit links specifically to the EYLF principle of partnerships, as the overall aim is to develop strong reciprocal partnerships between educators and parents. So the EYLF states that learning outcomes are most likely to be achieved when early childhood educators work in partnerships with families. The benefit of educators building strong partnerships with families is that the children's goals and needs are able to be met in the best, most possible way. This is really important as there are two environments. These are two environments which play a large role in the child's early years of development. So the EYLF outcome, which the take-home reading kit closely connects to, is outcome 4 of students are confident and involved learners. Relating to this outcome, children will be active, confident and involved learners as they will work through a range of activities based on the one specific text. This will require students to be actively engaged in the work while developing a range of new skills. This kit will also encourage students to be highly involved through the use of the take-home reading kit with the constant assistance and collaborative learning with their parents. Now referring to SCASA, there are a range of links which the take-home reading kit can be linked to in the pre-primary curriculum. These links are: share feelings and thoughts about the events and characters in texts, use comprehension strategies to understand and discuss text listened to, viewed to, or read independently, and recognise and generate rhyming words, alliteration patterns, syllables and sounds in spoken words. So now we will move on to the contents of the kit. So this is my take-home reading kit which I've created for a pre-primary classroom. So I've put everything in the kit inside of this backpack just to make it a little bit fun and exciting for the kids in the class. So inside I have included a text. So the text I've chosen is Pig the Grub by Aaron Blabey. I chose this text as kids really enjoy this text, and I also found that a lot of literacy-based activities could be made based around this specific text. Another thing which I've included is a Pig the Grub matching toy, just to bring another aspect of enjoyment to the kit and make it really exciting for the children. So getting into the contents of the literacy-based learning, I have a set of 5 activities which are all based off of the one text, Pig the Grub. So each activity will need to be completed with the assistance of the child's parents. So I'll get into the contents of each of the activities now. So the kit will go home for 2 nights with each student, and they will be required to choose 2 of the activities in the kit and complete those 2 activities. So the kit does come with 5 activities, and then the children have their own choice of which activities they would like to complete with their parents. So it is important that the activities are completed with their parents or caregivers, as that is a main component of the kit in order to form those partnerships between parents and educators. So each of the activities comes with a set of instructions as well as all of the required resources to complete that task. So the children will obviously, as they are only pre-primary, need their parents' assistance to read the set of instructions and then complete the task. So activity 1 is a retelling glove activity. So the students are required to wear the retelling glove and retell the story of Pig the Grub to their mum or dad. So they have to ensure to answer each of the questions on the retelling glove. So we've got characters, setting, beginning, middle and end, the problem and the solution. So this activity is really great to develop comprehension skills. In activity 2, children will be required to use the cotton sand, which is provided in the kit, and they are to make their own little version of Pig the Grub. So this is a fun little sensory fine motor activity. Once they have made their own version of Pig the Grub, they are to use the template provided and write down some interesting words, such as describing words or adjectives, on the template about Pig the Grub. So they will need their parents' help to write down the words, whether their parent helps them write or the parent writes it for them, depending at what level of literacy they are at. So in activity 3, after reading the book, the child's task is to play true or false with their mum or dad. So this is a really good comprehension activity. On these bubbles here, there are a lot of true or false facts, which are taken straight from the text. And once they have answered true or false, they will then stick the bubbles into Pig's bubble bath, creating a little bubble bath for him. So in activity 4, the activity is to play rhyming word matchup. So I've made a set of rhyming matchup cards. Each word on the cards is taken straight from the text, so they will have that prior knowledge from reading the text previously with their parent, and they just play a rhyming memory matchup card game. Each of the cards has a picture on it to help assist the children with knowing what word it is, as they probably still struggle to read at this age, and that's where the help of the parents can also come in. So the 5th and final activity is just a little hide and seek game. I've chosen this activity to help actually develop the child's oral language. So I've asked the parent on the instruction card to use our Pig the Grub toy and hide him somewhere fairly obvious around the house. And then get the parent, once the child finds Pig the Grub, the parent is to ask a couple of questions such as, where is Pig the Grub? Can you tell me why Pig the Grub didn't want to take a bath? And this will help the child develop their oral language, as well as, again, linking to comprehension as they're linking back to knowledge from the text. By engaging in a take-home reading kit, parents will be able to work alongside their child while working through the reading kit in order to further enhance both reading and literacy skills. Parents will be able to identify where their child is at in terms of reading and literacy-based learning, therefore being able to work to develop one-on-one partnerships with the educator to work on any learning goals both in the classroom and now in the at-home environment. When communication occurs between parents and educators, continuity is created between home and school life. This is really important in order to develop new skills, and it's a huge aspect of learning. According to ASEQA, Quality Area 6 relates to building partnerships with families. It states that research shows children are much more likely to reach their full potential in life when their family and education and care service work together. These benefits are highly evident when families and educators exchange information regularly and collaborate on consistent approaches to daily routines, child development, and learning. I believe that my take-home reading kit really links with this quality area, as parents will be able to have constant communication with the educators regarding their child's learning and development, working to positively benefit the child. That brings us to the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed.